Hello, boys and girls. My name is Yoshi. Welcome back to probably my final episodes that I'm going to be doing of Mario Kart World. Like true 100%. It's almost done. In the last episode, I don't even know what to say anymore. We left off completely finishing all of Knockout Tour on 150cc difficulty with Bowser on mirror mode. We got 3 stars on everything, just like we were gonna do that. If you want to see the other 3-star difficulties, please watch the rest of my playthrough to find out when I do that. Then, well, rather, when I show me doing that. Anyways, since we're now back onto the Grand Prix, we are once again going to use Yoshi and the Baby Blooper once again to try and get everything done. And as a little bonus treat, once I'm finished with this, you are going to see me do some online gameplay. Figured I have to show it. I can't go through this whole game without at least partially showing it. I think to make it simplified, we'll just join each lobby of the different at least once. The main one we're gonna join for almost a full hour. The second one we're gonna join for like, I don't know, like 30 minutes or something. I will warn you, they're not what you think they are. Although, if an update comes out, maybe something will change. But anyway, I think it's enough waiting around. Start Mushroom Cup, Mirror Cup. Rules are the same as always. If I do not get 3 stars, I will be cutting out the video. So on that note, this is my first try. Hopefully we get this done right away. Probably the trickiest thing with mirror mode is just trying to get started at the very beginning, honestly. Or rather, like, it isn't even like driving or like doing the tricks and other stuff. It's more about trying to get your muscle memory to remember that the turns are reversed. That's what really makes mirror mode so much more difficult for some people. Because you have no clue what's going to happen when. So you kind of just have to hope for the best most of the time. Because this is mirror mode, I'm probably not going to be going for any big tricks that involve potentially running myself out of boundaries. Because that would be bad if I messed up now. That was a very early landing. I was hoping to save that for at least later, but we couldn't get that done. To be fair, we had a boost, so we could have dodged it, but because lightning is unpredictable in this mode, you kind of just have to hope you get lucky with that. Oh well, it's found out the last day. It's hard to know which route is actually faster. When doing shortcuts at the end, the left way can be faster at the very end, but the way where you set up for the shortcut is faster when you can like use the rail. So for this character, it's faster. You might also notice that yes, something is different. No, this is not a weird bug or something else, but the AI has actually been nerfed significantly. The big change is apparently they completely nerfed the rubber band so it no longer keeps up with you as efficiently. Before the previous patch, and especially in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if you were too far away, they would start getting items like golden shrooms and stars in second, and you would also sometimes get bullet bills, and they'll just like really fastly catch up with you. They apparently removed the ability for that to happen in this mode, which is kind of crazy because this game is already somewhat easy to drive, and the AI made it at least somewhat interesting, where you have to get a bit lucky, but also like know what you're doing in order to win. Like you couldn't just easily cheese through it. But now, with the AI changes, it just kind of becomes a little too easy again. This is faster. You know, there's a glider we could use. I think I'd rather take this. Alright, we need points. The points we get, the better. See, I think we have a good amount now. Of course, I guess one thing I also forgot to mention, because intermissions are straight lines, unless you have ways to shortcut them, there's not really much you can do to catch up to the AI if they get ahead on these. That's another reason why they can be kind of annoying to deal with. I'm gonna keep these in case triple red. We see that item probably more often than any other item, honestly. Sometimes I've jumped off that before. It's a little strange, but yeah, you can jump off that thing. Yeah. Still have our items, which is nice. Good. Do that back just in time. With the last part of the triple banana, it doesn't always block you, so you need to be ready to drop it back in a moment's notice. Alright, there we go. Get that done. You'll see a few of the Yoshi cars probably, and I'll try my best to use Dash Food a little bit earlier this time. That's probably how I'm gonna try and show off most of the Yoshi cars. We'll even see green for a bit, because there's one spot where you can use that. Of course, we might miss some time going for them, but I feel like it's worth it. Of course, will we show off all the costumes? Probably not. Some of them are actually really hard to find to the point where they're not even, like, on the main path. Let's take that a little bit sharper right away, why not? And we need coins more than anything. For first place especially, getting coins early on is kind of important. No sooner do I say that than I actually get what I kind of want. It's kind of funny, because this is normally the worst item set to get because you want to protect yourself from reds, but at the very start of the race only, it's actually one of the best sets, because now all of a sudden we get 20 coins, and now we can start breaking away from the pack a bit more. More acceleration than they do. Of course, I don't have the biggest speed, at least compared to non, so I do need to take advantage of these rails to go a bit faster. Again, as any slower character, you want to take advantage of the rails. Good, it was not triple, so they just both had a red at some point. Mind me. Not like I had an idea to go on that fast rail anyways. Would have gotten trapped if I had gone there. Oh boy, here we go. I'm not gonna take the secret route. There's a route where you can just, do a backflip off. Okay, well, that feather would have been useful because I could have done that without doing the trick. Whatever. Okay, just for fun. See what I can cut out with this. Okay, a little bit. Not a big feather cut, but it's better than doing nothing with it. If I kept that feather for a bit, there is a narrow skip I could have actually used. I actually didn't think of it, but yeah, you can also cut that middle turn out entirely when the one where you were inside the cave. I've seen a lot of people do that. I know there's also a way to do it if I could charge them, but I'm pretty sure you need like a feather to do that, and also I'm not risking that. In mirror mode, when it already becomes confusing, which we're gonna be playing 150cc again whenever we like play online anyways. It makes more sense to go to other stuff. Gonna try and cut this out like I normally do. Isn't there a car that comes on here? Yeah, I have to go wide because of that car. That's what I feared. For our combination, early coins similar to before probably matter more than later coins. So we want to get up to 5 as soon as possible. We got 4, but we're still missing a couple. That one's way far ahead. Figure out where everything is could be a bit tricky. Okay, this track could be pretty tough to make up spots at equal, so hopefully we stay in it. There is a skip for that turn too, but there's a much better skip coming up that we can try a bit. Good, we got it this time. We tried that on Markratis on Scammer, and we did not get that. But yeah, that's a slight skip you can do for a turn there. We got multiple coins there. You need to aim your tricks like that, by the way, otherwise you will not get any coins. Avoid those barrels at all costs. For this combination, we definitely want to use the rails. For bigger combination, you'll probably just want to stick down below instead. Okay, we have one of these again. I'm just gonna completely refresh my items. I'll still use that power to try and help accelerate again. Get our coins back. Surprisingly, this was a very tame Mushroom Cup. Didn't even see a blue shell to the very end. That's probably gonna even out on our next cup. We do, probably. That's always what happens here. Alright, we won that. Pretty easily. But that's the Mushroom Cup. What do you say? It's the easiest cup to do, generally. So now this means we get to move on to the Flower Cup next. I think that we're nearly at the end of the playthrough, finally. We've waited pretty much the whole playthrough to do all of this, honestly. So it's so real being able to finally be done with this playthrough. I will say I've enjoyed this game so far, but I think, not gonna lie, I actually want to agree with the main community in that it definitely has its flaws and it could have been made a lot better. Is it worth $110? I'm not even sure. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. I say probably not, but to be fair, they did include this game as a package. with the Nintendo Switch too, so how could we refuse that? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video where we do the Flower Cup on Mirror Mode and try to free start. Until then, see you guys later. Bye!